Demon Slayer is one of the greatest animes you can watch out there. I mean, just ask me. Sure, there are a lot of great ones out there. However, in my opinion, based on visuals alone, it's one of the greatest. Now, when it comes to video games based off of TV shows or movies, that's a whole nother story. Most are as bad as another sequel to Toy Story, and Demon Slayer, the Himukami Chronicles, is no different. But maybe it is. So in today's video, we're going to be looking over all of the good things the game has to offer, and a ton of the bad ones that doesn't make the game worth $50. So sit back and enjoy me rant about a video game for 10 minutes straight. Also, yes, I do have a real katana. I am very proud that I have this thing. It is very sharp, so I'm putting it back. But yeah, I do have a katana. So starting out, this game does have a bit of starting options. It has its story, its versus mode, rewards, training, archives, etc. We're going to get through all of that in a second, but for starters, we're just going to do the story mode. Now, Demon Slayer has this issue a lot of the time that makes the player awfully bored. Oh, but Bailiwick, what do you mean it makes you bored? Video games aren't supposed to make you bored. Well, take a look at this one clip and see what I mean.
The entrance of the mountain was covered in wisteria. It was beautiful and complete.
Get on with it already. Did you catch it yet? So throughout the entirety of the game, the only thing you're really doing if you're not fighting is just running around aimlessly until you find your next goal. I mean, for some people, it might be okay if you're into tedious long dialogues the entire time of the game, but for me, not so much. But even without that, how's the fighting mechanics? So you never really get to fight within the world itself. It always sets you up in some sort of arena based on where you are at that current time. However, the fighting is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all right. However, it's extremely easy to dodge other enemies' attacks. It's very easy to hit them back after said attack. It's almost like they tried to replicate Dark Souls and God of War at the exact same time, but just ending up in failure. I mean, even some of the late game bosses are relatively easy to dodge. Yes, they may have new mechanics that you have to follow, and you may die once or twice, but after that third time, you'll usually get the S rank afterwards. If I'm going to be completely honest, the only fight that was actually worth mentioning out of every single boss is this one alone, where you fight Kyoge. Mainly because he was the only one that had some form of different mechanic that you had to follow in order to actually beat him. All the other ones were pretty much as a hack and slash, and that was it. And then there are the end scenes to each fight. Oh boy. Oh, I had no idea I was playing God of War where I have to button mash everything. I mean, visually, it looks fantastic. However, I'm always so focused on what button I'm supposed to press, I'm not even focused on the visuals to begin with. And I'll be honest, even the final boss was kind of mid.
Oh, I'm gonna get you.
I will not be beat. KO! Half the time throughout this fight, he just kind of runs around, chases you for a little bit, and just calls it a day. I'd say that's the only thing that actually makes this fight difficult, because you can never really anticipate when he's going to attack and what kind of attack he's going to use. I'd say another thing that makes this fight relatively difficult is that you only have one health bar. He has 3, and each corresponding phase that he goes through becomes more and more difficult, so I can give the game a little bit of credit for that. It was actually the only fight in the game where I actually said to myself, you know what? I don't need to do this. I'm rage quitting. See you later.
I told you I would beat you.
Now, what about the versus mode? I mean, it couldn't be any worse, right? I mean, it's a PvP, and it's empty.
One eternity later.
Oh yes, finally! I swear, this took about 30 minutes of wait time, and it's finally gonna be worth it. Oh hey, that's a pretty cool versus screen, I like it. Well, looks like it's gonna finally reach my expectation. It's lagging. It's lagging so bad. So yeah, apparently this is just a regular thing that happens in the game. Kind of makes sense why nobody plays it. But even with all this lag, I will still prevail! I will! Oh snap. I guess it seems as though I just mastered the way of the lag. You know what they say, if you master the lag, you master the game. Nobody says that, just me. Well, we may as well check out the rewards. So throughout the story mode, you're able to collect bits and pieces of these wallpaper-like things, but what can you use them for? Absolutely nothing. I mean, truly, if I wanted to just get a wallpaper, I could just go on Google Images to pick one up as it was. There's no need to waste my time in a video game just to collect a wallpaper. We have the internet. Now, here's the real question. Would I recommend this game to anybody on the planet to spend $50 on? No. It's an alright game, but if you're wanting to experience the story of Demon Slayer, I would highly suggest you just going out, purchasing a Crunchyroll subscription, and watching the show. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like on today's video, and I will catch you on the next one. Alright, peace out.